6. ¿Se me escucha? A ver, vamos a hacer una prueba. Sí, se me escucha. Vamos a terminar esto y a sacar el hilo al vecino.
Hey, Dia!
Right on time. We'll know any moment now.
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know Candace pretty well.
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she's an extremely strong warrior, she never misuses her powers against others.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say, never take the fight outside the ring.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is, and shoulder that kind of responsibility. Us mercs, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day to the next.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great, too.
Really? Thanks for that.
Oh, Sino's here, and he's pretty early, too.
Yes. I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Oh, you mean you taught Candace some more persuasive methods?
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
Vamos dentro.
Candace, where? Whoa, you look furious.
Do I? Huh. What gave it away?
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners of your mouth.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Yes, ma'am. Please, don't beat us anymore. We're gonna die.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
You fear death yourselves, yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family. You come here, to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal. Tell me.
Mercy! Please have mercy!
You've made your bed.
We may both be desert dwellers, but there is one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of the Scarlet King will only result in war. And war serves no one. The people of Aru Village care little about which god is in power. Life may be tough and tiring, but we wish to preserve our way of life. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have.
No sé, pero Candace
And that is
una
not a
diosa.
responsibility that you can afford to shoulder.
¿Y el vecino?
We understand. We're sorry. I'll tell you everything I know. Please, just let us go.
I'm listening.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea. Someone was spreading rumors in the tavern. That's how we ended up hearing about some mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in the Scarlet King's resurrection. They give their lives, and we can get anything we wish for.
They're called village keepers. Slip up again, and you'll regret it.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread word about the Scarlet King's resurrection and talked us into helping him. In return, he said, I'm not sure.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything. It was all him. He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village.
Buenas,
Then the mystery guy takes them from there.
Star.
You gotta believe me, please.
Aloha.
I'm telling the truth, I swear. Just ask them if you don't believe me.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
Continúa.
You have to believe me. If I knew
Doctor.
that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm
¿Será?
not risking another beating to keep his secrets. No way. That guy, he wears a cloak,
Siempre tiene
and he's
vida de
always
cubrir
careful
su
to
rostro.
cover his
Sí,
face.
doctores.
He calls himself the
Ah,
Scarlet
verga,
King's
verga.
envoy.
Ella que era el doctor.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Uncle Anpu? What?
¿Qué pasó? ¿Le dio una patada? ¿Lo mandó al piso? ¿Se cayeron?
Smooth.
Le dio una patada.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak of could be from the academia.
Ah, sí, es que tanto pedían que
Some time
muestre
ago,
mi... Bueno, que
people from
ponga,
the
digamos, la voz
academia
mía.
attempted to take
que
the village
compré
keepers
un
away. I
micrófono,
refused,
pero no uno muy
insisting
caro,
that
uno
they
por
are
ahí.
part of our community.
No sé si
It
se me
strikes
escucha
me
bien.
now that this secretive character shares the same goal they had.
Which means it's highly likely that the academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keepers right into their hands. They were the ones who brought them here to
Aunque
begin
es un
with.
micrófono,
Now they're
digamos,
trying to take them back.
estándar. No
We
es que,
aren't gonna let that
digamos,
happen.
Not the academia
es
again.
que, digamos, bueno. Con la voz.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the village keepers?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the academia.
Voy a ver si me
The
pego
change in their
unas 15 horas
plans
jugando
likely
este
means
juego
they
para
found
sacar
another way
así.
to exploit the scholars.
¿Vos ya lo tenés?
Regardless, our top
Que
priority
en
now is locating the
22
village
horas se va
keepers.
el chabón este.
You're right. Isaac is still waiting for news on his grandpa.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them down.
Yes. Pack up and get ready to leave.
You got it. Candace, I'll let you deal with the radicals. Leave everything outside the village to us.
All right.
Let's meet back here once everyone's ready.
Vamos, cantase. Espero que me hayan dado unas proto ahí para lanzar. Sí. Hoy pasó, pero se quedó un rato nada más y luego se fue. ¿Qué pasó? What? Ah,
Let's
¿cómo
get
se
some
llama
food
este?
in us and then we'll... Whoa!
Mm,
Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and
Alce.
reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
You were gone for ages!
Alce.
And now
No.
you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway?
Chabón, yo quiero el personaje este, boludo. Alcen. Alcen. oscuridad, ¿cómo ya se pronuncia?
Hey, what's with the silence?
You never
Ni yo,
think things
John.
through before
No te he
asking
visto en
questions.
un tiempito.
I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
Nada,
Paimon's
pero
so
no pasa
mad.
nada.
Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname. There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed. Anyway, you plan to leave Aru Village and keep searching for the truth of this matter, yes?
Yep. We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here. Enough with the silent treatment!
No.
Que no quiere
I'm just surprised
acompañar.
that you
No
decided
solo
to
nos
team up
sorprende
with
el que
him.
se haya unido a su equipo.
All Hatham, you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru Village. Bold of you to question our choices.
Yeah, you're all talk.
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do, which I've now finished.
Really? Paimon doesn't believe.
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you. Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
A ver, ¿cómo qué? A ver, ¿qué encontraste?
Right here in the village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm
Yo
going
también
to
me
take you to
también.
someone. But, before that,
What does that mean?
A ver,
how do you
¿quién es?
think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
You mean some of them lied to us?
Hiding the truth that... Remember what Gandis... By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you with... Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived. The reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace, any...
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and strength.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are Scarlet King fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the Radicals' next target.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them,
Remember?
but honestly, I feel quite sympathetic.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru Village at night.
Le tiré por cima, pero
In
me
other
salió
words, the young miss was very much awake during
el
that
Diluc
time.
y ahora tengo unas 30 tiradas.
Why would she
Me
lie?
faltarían unas 30 tiradas más y puede
By
ser si es
getting
que tengo
involved with an
suerte lo saco.
outsider, she risks
ya lo
drawing
tengo
unwanted attention
asegurado
to
ya.
herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this, maybe you should ask her.
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
We're on it.
Vamos. ¿La señora estará en el mismo lugar parada?
Take it easy.
Ah, no creo. Ah, bueno, no.
Miss Shawnee, as we discussed earlier,
Yo
I
la
brought
quiero.
someone with me.
No tengo a la
Mr.
Yen.
O'Hatham, I'm aware of where you stand, but how can I make sure that you're...
What do you
Encima al
mean?
Diluc ni lo uso,
We
lo
need to
saqué
clarify our stance or something?
una vez. Dije, bueno,
Go
que
ahead and
piola.
talk to her.
Nunca lo usé.
You'll get the answers you
Te lo juro,
want.
no lo tengo ni con
Go on.
artefactos, ni con
Earn
armas.
her trust.
Is it really that simple?
May I call you Traveler? Hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something. Do you think the resurrection of the Scarlet King can truly change Sumeru for the better? Why's
No.
that? That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do. Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this. Traveler, Do you believe our lives will get...
Yeah! We came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really... But even so, we've met lots of people from different places, and we have friends in Sumeru.
No han
And we
metido en
want to
tantos
help
líos
them.
las
That's
personas.
why we decided to stay here for a while.
I want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
Hatham told us you have your reasons.
Albino
It's okay.
dendro.
We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere
En
in
el juego no hay
Sumeru.
ningún albino dendro, pero
Some believe in
la
the
que está por
dendro
salir que
arconte,
es de
while
pelo
others
blanco
believe in the Scarlet
es
King.
la...
I don't belong to either side,
¿Cómo se llama
and
la...?
neither side would want me.
Speaking of which,
Que...
the
¿Cómo se
radicals
llama
mentioned that
esta?
they
La arconte
despise
dendro.
traitors. Do they just think that anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs.
Ah, el de pelo
It
gris.
makes no difference what
Ese.
I say or how I
El de
behave.
albino.
I'll always be suspected of having ulterior motives. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to
Ese
hear
albino,
or
el del
see
pelo gris.
anything. All I want, and then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation, and I didn't dare breathe a word about it to anyone
Almacén, ¿cómo era?
until
Almacén.
now.
Alsacén.
You
¿Cómo
can
se
tell
llama
them.
este?
I'm sure he'll keep your secret.
Alcéncuria, bueno, como Alcéncuria.
All right, I'll tell you what I told Alhaitham. I actually have a sharper sense of
Con
hearing
pelo
than
parezco.
most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying.
Después de que decía por la arconte, que es la única que tiene pelo blanco.
I'm not sure. It used to be louder and more frequent. But ever since you arrived in the village,
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. But because
Acabo
we're
de
in the
cuenta
middle
que
of a death,
there's really
que
nothing
Bonete ya
around
no
these
está usando
parts
más el...
except for an old hospital not...
I think
se
they
llama?
used to use it for treating Elazar.
Yeah, let's go.
Ah, ¿cómo se llama la cosita? El aparato este para comunicarse. Debe ser porque creo que el arconte los maneja o no sé qué mierda es. Que ya no lo usa más. Ah, que se me pone. Kazuha. La will de tu Kazuha. No sé, no lo tengo ni mejorado yo. Hay que ver una cosa. ¿Cuánto hace de daño crítico comparado con mi Yelan? 131 con probabilidad crítica 19. No, está mejor mi Yelan. Sí, 100%. ¿Y la Yaka? Daño de crítico,
A blade embraces its
159,
duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
con 24 de daño y probabilidad crítica. Y la Yaka está más god, curia, en daño crítico. En probabilidad crítica le gana. Igual está god. What? Está mejor la Yelan. Aunque ya voy a ver si la puedo mejorar aún más.
Take it easy.
Oh, is this the place? It's ah! Monsters! Watch out!
Busted.
fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Ah, verga.
Quietly now.
¿Y este?
Here comes the catch. Gotcha. Gutsy.
Ahí está, lo maté.
They were easier to deal with than Paimon had expected. Super strong bandits? Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the... He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
Va, pero si yo hice todo.
This is the one.
Bueno, más que lo activaba, pues no tengo ni ganas de cambiar personaje, buscar dentro, tirarlo, activarlo. Es como que...
Let's go in and take a look.
Dale. Alto hospital.
Hey, we haven't found...
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to
Es
burn.
que estamos buscando un fantasma.
Until then,
La
I'm
Llorona.
taking a break.
And just like that, he sits down.
No.
Wait, he even brought a book to read? What are you reading? Let Paimon see.
Okay, sure.
Huh? The natural position, which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural...
So, you got that?
Oh,
No.
Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya. How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this. Hey, Paimon's your Tibet travel guide. Paimon knows plenty of useful stuff already. And anyway,
Pobre
it's not
Paimon.
Paimon's fault that the books people read in Sumeru are so complicated.
Guau. Rapidísimo el tiempo.
Paimon's getting so sleepy.
¿Se escuchó, no?
Huh? What was that sound?
Vamos
There
a
it is.
ver.
It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
It's from below.
But there's no way we can get down there.
¿Quién dice?
Something is off about the interior here.
Ella parece un maldito fantasma y corro,
As I thought. There's a hidden structure.
Wow. It's like they tucked another hospital. Oh, it looks like there are other mechanisms around here.
Ok, mecanismos ocultos. Vamos a activarlos. Cabrón, me van a tener que hacer buscar ahí. A ver. 1 2 3 4. Hay 4. ¿Y ese? Ah, no. Ok, ¿qué es eso?
with nature. So many regrets.
Me caí, la puta madre. Se me murió. Ahí revivió. A ver. Bueno, investigamos un ratito esto y después voy por lo menos. Y hay un cofre legendario.
Take flight! Quietly now. Game's up. Coming out to out. Surrender! A chest full of valuables and a trove of potential clues. Busted.
Acá y allá me parece que hay algo.
Time to go.
A ver, te cojo.
Clouds high. The birds call. Wind strike.
Things are about to get dicey.
Espérate que la resurrección ya no la tengo más. Vamos a curar a mis personajes.
Let's dance.
Quietly now. Treasure. One way to draw your target out of hiding.
Ah, me dio 20 rotación. Está bien, está bien. Un cofre de piedra.
Take it easy.
Vamos a ver.
Game's up. Comes up. Busted. I shall treasure this good fortune.
20 protección, está piola. No me han hecho, aunque hay muchos cofres acá con protección, mami. Sería zarpado. Sí, no, que acá aparezcan de una otra de cofres legendarios. No, me pasa eso zarpado. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué? Hay algo ahí, en el otro lado. ¿Dónde está el combate? Me hacen el paro. El paro. ¿No más que eso? Bueno, pero me ven las protecciones. Vamos a tirar. Y no me sale. Bueno, güey. Vamos con la misión en la que estamos. ¿Qué bueno, como 40 protos. A ver acá, creo que acá me dan más protoje más. ¿Unas 3? 4. Ok.
Time to go.
Ah, necesito un personaje de dendro. Ayakita... Ayak.
Everything's ready. Let's go.
Ese plan.
Time to go.
Este ya está prendido. ¿Y este qué pasó?
Gotcha. Quietly now.
Me tomé con un rechazo ahí. Morí, me está aquí. Va, viene con compañía.
Here comes the cat. Gotcha.
El próximo, ¿dónde está? Lo había visto arriba, creo que lo había visto. Trata.
Wind strike. Falling leaves. Adorn my...
Busted.
Ahorita. Uy, espérate. Vi algo. No, tengo algo.
Time to go.
Look, there's someone over there. Good idea. Let's approach.
Wait. You're...
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But also, why is he the only...
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the Academia.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about...
No. And that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life. Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might be too late.
¿No habías terminado tu directo? Me parece, o no, a ver. Pensé que ya te habías ido a dormir.
Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left
Muchas
Razak here.
gracias.
Perhaps they simply didn't have time to come back for him.
Que me voy a pegar unas 15 horas para ver si consigo al Sino. Que tengo unas 30 tiradas y me faltan unas 30 más. Y si tengo suerte, lo saco ahí. Que te vaya bien y muchas gracias por pasarte.
There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Loaded with people?
Jodeme que llevaron cadáveres.
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught. The symptoms are identical. Looks like we found living...
Huh? Why do you...
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time at Port Ormos. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Sí, pero tenían...
Oh, now that you mention it, they're...
Correct. The Academia is behind. It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale. First, these rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. Unbeknownst to them, of course, through rounding up the scholars, they were actually helping the Academia. As well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends, this scheme has one further advantage to the Academia. All the risks and responsibilities are offloaded onto the Scarlet King's follower. Life for the Desert Dwellers has been brutal ever since the Scarlet King's death all those years ago. Beneath the surface, feelings of desperation are widespread. Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. Anyone looking to exploit that for their own ends simply needs to make a few empty promises. Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of the Scarlet King and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. The notion of an Academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a simple strategy, but it is able to work wonders under Sumeru's current circumstances.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too. But there's still one very important question. Wasn't it the Academia that brought the scholars to Aru village in the first place? Why does it want them back now?
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were... An exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. But when someone becomes a missing person, that is brought into question.
Perdón.
If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them. That makes missing people an ideal resource.
Resource? For what exactly?
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted into knowledge capsules.
Extracted? You mean canned knowledge comes from people's brains?
With the technology of the Sumeru Academia, it's entirely possible. Perhaps the process caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night, when no one is watching them.
So, the human brain... Nope, nah, Paimon doesn't want to think about this.
I'm the Academia scribe, after all. I'm familiar with their projects. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extracted from his mind. But something went wrong in the process. Or perhaps his curiosity got the better of him, and he used such a capsule for himself.
Paimon's a little confused. Can they just use anyone's brain?
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer. That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting canned knowledge is just one of the extreme measures they turn to. However, I can't help but wonder, what do they seek to gain from divine knowledge? The Academia is going out of their way to look for forbidden knowledge, but what is their ultimate goal? I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule, but to no avail. It seems like my way of thinking is too different from theirs.
You mean you're not even slightly interested in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, but I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry. Extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects? If this is the direction of academic progress, then the Academia may as well shut its doors.
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Of course. The Academia's actions run contrary to their rules. Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. If those lines are crossed, the rules and order that govern everything in the world will be destroyed. This matter needs to be corrected, just like fixing a typo in a book.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria are a little more restrictive than that. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well. What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
Probably not. Paimon's not sure.
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. I do what I want. The divine knowledge capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake of a few strangers.
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the Academia, but you're not one of them. You're their weirdo.
You're though I must say, I quite enjoy this feeling of being the odd one out. Uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
Wow, that's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really impressed. If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset.
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. There's nothing more to it than that. He won't last long if we leave him here. We'll work out our next step after we return to Aru Village.
Espérate que acá hay algo. Dime que es una llave. Vamos, una mala llave. No hay nada, no hay un cofre. Ah. No, parece que no hay nada. Nos vamos. Seguro que nada. ¿Viste? What the fuck? Creo que estaban haciendo experimento con personas. Creo. Chabón, ¿quién hace experimento con personas ahí, loco?
We're back!
You must be tired. You should rest and take some water.
What's the situation?
Who's this?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's...
So, at one point in time, the abandoned Elazar hospital served as the Academia's site for extracting divine...
Yep, pretty much.
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru village, since divine cant knowledge has been in circulation for a while now. Yet, they fled once we were headed to the village. Almost as...
Mónica.
Yeah, why is that?
We may have a mole in our midst. One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the Academia.
Huh? Are our friendships that shallow?
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue. Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next words very carefully.
It is simply a logical inference. I have my reasons.
So what you're saying is... Sino's the mole. Interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one, Alhaitham, since you were always acting alone.
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details. Simply put, the Academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you? If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
The Academia is monitoring me?
It's not that simple. The Academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they
Bienvenido.
have a special protocol for dealing with you. Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha Day. On this day, the Academia enters new
No, la
information into the
persona que
Akasha through
escribieron
knowledge
eso en serio
capsules.
lo escribieron por
I
poner letra
remember
por
seeing
letra.
the thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its
Al
contents
lanzar
were
la pusieron
all
ta, ta, ta,
about the
así
General
escribieron.
Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of enacting judgment, everything.
You're saying that the Academia entered my information into the Akasha too? But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into the Akasha.
The Akasha is capable of
Acá sí es capaz de
computation.
hacer operaciones.
The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered. When you would depart, the route you would follow.
It predicted my every move.
The Academia has been watching you longer than you think.
¿Se me pasa a mí o se le fue
So
el audio?
that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually... Tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the Academia. They need scholars who are easily pliable and mindlessly go after anything they can profit from. Sino, don't take it to heart. This just proves how much of a trustworthy ally you are.
They escaped because of me.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they went.
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
There is always an opportunity for safety after danger passes.
Oh, so that's how it is! But if the Academia is trying to avoid Sino, then the safest... Yep, that's right!
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going.
Wow. Paimon se volvió inteligente.
I must go.
¿Qué carajo?
There's also something I want to
¿Qué
investigate.
está pasando?
Let's go, guys! After him!
Please, wait! I want to go too.
You want to go too? If so...
I want to find Grandpa. I promise I'll be careful and not cause any trouble.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Yay! Let's go! Paimon feels like we're missing someone, though.
A ver, ¿cuánto llevo ya? Se probó. 45, no tengo ni para una tirada. ¿Cuánto me da esta? Ah, no me da nada. Ok. Bueno, esto sí. 20, 40... 40 y 40. Ok. Termino esto y me pongo a hacer esa misión. Vamos.
So, where do we go from here?
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
Dale, que te sigo.
I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Is that because you play here a lot?
Dale, que te sigo, dale.
Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert, but I was the one who brought him back.
There's something here. What's this?
It's buried in the sand. Looks like we'll need to roll up our sleeves and do some work.
Dale.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work. Okay.
These are likely fragments of an academia-developed device, something akin to a headset. Looks like there were more than one village keeper. They must have been escorted this way, because there are device fragments. Let's split up and search the area. Chances are that we'll find other things nearby.
Is this what we're searching for? It looks kind of scary.
This is definitely a device used to extract divine knowledge.
How did it end up buried in the sand? That can't have been part of... They must have been attacked along the way.
Wait, what?
Grandpa, I hope you're okay.
Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be fine.
Razak didn't display any signs of starvation or dehydration, which means that they left fairly recently.
We should be able to catch up.
One more thing. Given that the device had been I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone...
Bueno, estos chabones eran detectives. Mal.
But running on sand is so tiring.
Chabón, puedes ir recto.
But you're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too?
Ugh, of course it is.
Voices, over there. It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
Muy buena de ello.
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need me...
I knew it. That's our Dia.
Dia? Why would you... Dia!
Hey, what are you doing?
¿Qué sos tarado?
Huh?
Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa? What?
Well, look who's here. Ain't that something?
This complicates things.
You've betrayed Aru Village?
So, this is the great General Mahamatra. Dear, you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew. Seen for yourself. I have the means and methods, and my ideals are far more admirable.
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Que le cagamos su plan.
Shut it, Paimon.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing could deter us from the grand mission of resurrecting the Scarlet King. Once our Lord of Old...
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you nothing about placing hopes in a ruler?
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of the Scarlet King. Whether I live by the edge of the sword or in peaceful comfort, my soul will always carry this conviction.
It's not too late yet. The village Mad scholars aren't gonna bring the Scarlet King back to life.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our purpose in life. Even if the chance of success is 1 in a...
Even if it'll expose you to the academia? Even if they end up disbanding the Eremites? Your Eremites, which you've worked so hard for all these years?
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. The sun and the moon no longer shine here. All you see now is cracks. With these scholars in our custody, we'll stomp the Academia's forces and fight.
Ridiculous. Think about it. The Academia controls the entirety of Sumeru. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these 2 men. They're also against the Academia, but neither of them are as arrogant as you.
They look more like pawns of the Academia to me. Why would I listen to filthy traitors? Your god abandoned all honor and betrayed the Scarlet King. We desert dwellers will never trust...
It's impossible to commute. Perhaps we should.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the Academia? These people have no value as bargaining chips. But I could be persuaded to take their place as your next hostage. These scholars were exiled from the Academia. I, on the other hand, am their current scribe, and will be a much greater asset to you.
Wait, you can't be serious.
So, you want to trade places with the...
Precisely. Any wise person would gladly accept my offer.
Si fuera inteligente, no lo harías.
What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck for me. However, I get the chance to observe the scholars.
Think you can talk me over with that confident look?
I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm using this as a means of joining forces against the Academia.
You are the scribe. What do you have against the Academia?
Not all desert dwellers believe in the Scarlet King, and the same applies to the Academia. Why must all knowledge seekers approve of the Academia's way of doing things?
You Academia scum. Every last one of you is nothing but a hip...
Not so fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said?
I never make empty promises.
You know you're making a dangerous decision, right?
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the followers of the Dendro Archon at their word, but what about me? Do you trust me?
We've known each other for years. Of course I do.
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right arm. Come on, Raman, don't be a coward. If you're serious about taking on the Academia, you need to steel yourself.
An arm from the Flame Mane. You've piqued my interest. But what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs. And mercs don't tend to live long unless they have...
You're not wrong, but this is different. I promised my friends that we'd bring back the village keepers together.
Let's do it right here, then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Don't listen to him! He's not even trying to negotiate! He just wants to make...
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Raman, I'm holding up my end of the deal here. You'd...
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
Vamos.
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to decide.
Do it!
Dia! Run!
¡Wow! Ultra instinto. Ultra instinto del vecino. ¿De quién? ¿Qué va a pasar?
Stop!
Puta madre.
What's wrong? Can't do it?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers. Where's the sense in cutting my own kin to pieces? You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends and leave. Meet me in...
No tuvimos que haber traído
I
al
was
nene.
really counting on him not going through with it.
Dia! That was crazy! Have you all lost your minds? What if he'd actually cut you?
Then I'd just have to hold my claymore with my left arm. Okay, I'm sorry, but sometimes...
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with the likes of them. If it came down to it, you would not lose...
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is about more than me and them. Even if we got rid of one bunch of radicals, there are others out there. Wiping them out with...
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put
See?
and listened. I should...
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your grandpa, so I'll do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes? You just might...
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once said that I was a lunatic. Perhaps a little madness is essential to be successful in research.
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself? Okay, let's get moving. We should head back to the village and rest up. Today was just a trial run. Noon...
Bueno, por mientras vamos a la misioncita esta. 30, vamos nomás. Y esta media 20. Vamos con otra.
Navigating the world is a...
Esta al lado. Vamos.
Take it easy. Gotcha.
¿Un cofre común? Sí, cofre común. Jodeme que se cayó en el pozo este gigante.
Take it easy.
No. Anda uno. Vamos. Ah, si lo tenían al lado, ¿por qué no lo buscaron? estoy aburriendo del texto que tienen. Por fin. ¿No terminó? Espérate, quiero ver qué hay acá. No hay nada. Ok. Estuvo. Bueno, vamos. Chabón, hasta yo lo hubiera hecho eso.
Take it easy.
Espérate, ya que tenemos el teletransportador no va a pasar nada si me caigo. Vamos a ir por acá que hay. Parece que no hay nada. ¿Qué pasa? Vete para bajar. Cosa?
Let the show begin.
Take it easy.
Fateful offering.
What the fuck is eso?
Game's up. Time's over.
RD. Ya está.
Wind strike. Time to go.
fateful offering.
Otra vez.
Gotcha.
Price is on the side. Nice.
Busted. Take it easy. Gotcha. Things are about to
Oh, ya
get
está.
dicey.
Ya morí.
Treasure. One way to draw your target out of hiding. Take it easy.
¿Qué me va a mandar a un boss?
Let's go.
Creo que le tenía que echar.
Trainee Forest Ranger calling. Reporting.
¿Está con vos? Algo hay que hacer acá, ¿Cómo se podía hacer esto? Ok, me quedé con alta duda. ¿Cómo mierda es esto? Esta planta tiene que darle algo. Va. Me sorprende. ¿Y si le doy agua? No sé, me quedé con alta duda. ¿Cómo mierda es eso? No, bueno, vamos a hacer esto ya que estamos con el... Voy a cambiar los personajes, me voy a dejar eso. ¿Dónde está mi caso?
Sounds good to me.
¿Llegar hasta allá el pájaro?
Retribution!
Parece que no.
Clouds high. The birds call.
Quietly now.
Voy a morir. Si esta habilidad no se activa dentro de un rato voy a morir.
Come on, we can do it.
Ya va a liberar. Corre, 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 corre.
Take it easy.
Wind strike.
Here comes the catch.
Uy. Ole.
Treasure. One way to draw your target out of hiding.
I await your instruction.
Vamos a tomar este. De paso nos curamos. Ya que estamos. Dice, está tranqui. Una zona marchita.
Take it easy.
Wow, no sé cómo le pegué, pero estaba acá.
Take it easy.
¿Será el hombre este? ¿Al que tengo que venir? No, no creo. No me da el viejo. ¿Ya está? No, aún sigue. Qué bien. Ya está. Ah, falta. No he estado ahí ya. Creo que sí. Ah, en el de... En el de la arena. Si está igual que el otro, chao, ya lo tengo hecho. Tengo que buscar las partes esas, pincharla con pinchita. Pero este creo que no dispara.
Quietly now.
Sakura swirl! My apologies! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Ha!
Time to go. Wind Strider.
Trainee Forest Ranger Kale, reporting. We can do this! Go, Barbara, go!
Time to go.
Treasure. One way to draw your target